Hello, fellow collectors, enthusiasts and nostalgia seekers. I am the Inbox Collector, and today I am doing something completely different from action figures. I'm doing comics. Now this won't be a regular thing, but I sent these off to CGC, had them graded, and I want to share the results with you. Now what I have done is I do not know what grades I have got, so you will see a honest reaction, hopefully a good one. If not, I do apologise for any bad language. But basically, I've had my wife, because we're a team, she has covered up the top, the back and the front, and I do not know what grades these have got. This is my first ever submission to CGC, so we're going to see how this goes. It cost me to get all of them graded. I've done 10 in total, a total of £305. That's postage to NGC in the UK, then to be sent over, to be graded, to be sent back. That was the complete cost of just the grading itself, not the comics. I think on average it works out around £35 a comic if you add the price of the comic in, if it's a £4 comic. So here we go. So this is the first one. The first one we've got is Punisher issue 1. I thought it would get a 9.8. It is a first appearance of the Apostles of War, I believe, and of course Warlord Punisher for the hand. I have two copies of this. I have a copy that I haven't got graded, a reader's copy, and this copy. So I thought it'd get a 9.8. Let's see what we got. A 9.2. So not a good start. Clearly I'm a big fan of the Punisher, and I thought this displayed really nice, which is why I decided to get it graded. Not sure why it's got a 9.2, because I checked it over and thought it was a definite 9.8 candidate, so that sucks, but hopefully the rest will be better. Let's see. Next we've got Sensational She-Hulk. I thought this would get a 9.8. Now I pretty much don't have a clue. As you can see, that each one's taped, so I don't know. Alfie was supposed to be helping me today as well, because we like to get the whole family in on this, but he's gone swimming. Typical. So it is really hot. So let's see what She-Hulk got. 9.8. This is the Lou variant cover, and I got a 9.8. Okay, so that's good. Perfect. Yeah, I really like the cover of this. I haven't bought any of these to sell on or anything like that. I've just done it as more or less an experiment. I think comics and action figures, you know, Marvel action figures like I do on my show on this channel, literally go hand in hand. And the next one I've got is another She-Hulk. The reason I've got two is because one is for my brother as a gift, and I don't have to worry about it because he doesn't watch my YouTube channel, so he'll never see this. This is also the resurrection of Jack of Hearts, so it is a key issue. Hopefully, 9.8 again, fantastic. So I did all right there. Question: answer this in the comments. If I'd have got, just thinking about it, if I'd have got like a 9.6 and a 9.8. Which one should I have given my brother? Let me know in the comments what you would do if it was you. Next up we've got Spider-Man, Queen Goblin, first appearance of Queen Goblin. Let's see what we got. 9.8. Awesome. So far, other than the Punisher, which really sucks, this is going quite well. Yeah, I really like this. And the reason why I sent this one off, these are all modern that I've done today, by the way. The reason why I sent this one off is because it's the first Queen Goblin, and I think at some point she'll make an appearance in the MCU. So yes, a complete speculation. They also, I sort of pre-ordered these. I've started to pre-order lots of comics now. And certain ones I'm reading with Alfie, like Gwenverse and so on, so I get them all. And the new X-Men 92. And I read with Alfie of an evening. We read a comic together, so it's pretty cool. But that one there, the reason why I mention that is because that one there, they sort of, everyone was scrambling to get it. Next one is Amazing Spider-Man #1, and I absolutely love this cover. It's a Lou variant, really nice. Let's see what I got. I'm hoping for a 9.8, obviously, because that's what I predicted. 9.8. Absolutely, that's amazing. That's really cool. So far, this is going really good. So glad I got a 9.8 on that. I think that looks absolutely fantastic. And that's why I decided to get it done. Just really love the cover. Okay, so this one cost me a little bit more because I bought this one for £20, the raw copy. And I'm hoping this gets at least a 9.2. Now, it was all wavy, and I've been practicing sort of pressing comics. So I am by no means an expert. I'm hoping this is done all right. A reason why I don't think I'll get a really high grade is because, like I see on some of the guys that do these comics every week, when they do this sort of stuff, I mainly follow it's called David. I think it's Comic Investable Comics or Comic Investors or something like that. And basically, it's white. Because the cover's white, it's difficult to get a 9.8, but I did press this one myself, so hopefully we're going to get at least a 9.2, and I got a 9.6. So that's pretty cool. Obviously you'd want to get a 9.8 on everything, but this one here, I pressed it, so I was pleased that I actually pressed it. Not a 9.8, would have been amazing, a 9.8, but 9.6 nevertheless is still a really high grade, and I'm happy with that considering it's a white cover and they're difficult to get a 9.8 in. Next, we've got Avengers 684. That is the first Immortal Hulk, so a key issue. Also, just to mention, Spider-Gwen is a key issue because it's got Bogner Bandy, I think she's called, and it's basically a villain inspired by McDonald's. Don't ask me. I did have a look through. It was interesting before I sent it off. What did we get here? I thought a 9.2. I got a 9.6. Okay, so that's not bad. That's better than what I predicted. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, really displays really nicely. So happy to have that in the collection. Next up, I've got Strange. Now, Strange is the first clear Sorcerer Supreme. It's got the first Blasphemy Cartel and the first appearance of a new character called Harvestman. And obviously we've now seen her in the MCU, or I think we have. I think that's who turns up. I better say this, possible spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Strange. You should have seen it by now. But yes, I think she turns up at the end credits in Strange. So it was a good sort of spec one to do, really. 9.8 I was hoping for. And I got a 9.8. That is awesome, because I really like this, and I'm going to put this in one of my glass display cabinets. So that is really cool, because I really like that cover. Hopefully we'll get an action figure of her at some point. Strange Bloodstone. Okay, bit of a story to this one. I ended up with like 3 different copies and having to send copies back, because there was a great big line through. I think this is going to get a 9.4 because there's one spine tick. But I couldn't get any others. I have got the variant, the Maria Wolf one as well. But that's obviously not CGC. But I sent this one off to get CGC. This was going up for like £10 raw at one time. Hopefully it's a 9.4. Oh, 9.6. So even better. So yeah, that's cool. I'm happy with that. A 9.6. Not bad. I really don't know why my Punisher got a 9.2. I'm going to have to look, see if there's any grading notes, but they're pretty bad with grading notes. If they have left any grading notes, when I edit this video, I'll pop up why it got a 9.2. Right, so last but not least, this is the first Iron Fist Volume 7, first appearance of Lin Lai, and first appearance of his friend Mi Min. I believe I've pronounced that correctly. The reason why I did this one is because I think if we do see Iron Fist again, it will be this character and this guy, you know, of Iron Fist, as opposed to the Danny Rand one that we saw in the Netflix series. So I thought this was a 9.8, a really good copy. So hopefully, well, I won't hold my breath. 9.8, awesome. So yeah, that's good. So it goes to show I do have a bit of an eye for it, I guess. So there you go. There is my first ever CGC experience, and I think overall pretty good. Like I said, I'll have to find out why the Punisher, but comics and action figures go hand in hand. And will I do this again? Yes, most definitely. I think I would just send off another 10, but I think next time I'm going to do some of my older key comics, so it'll cost me a bit more money, but I've got some really nice key comics that I think will display really well. Of course I won't get 9.8s on them, but it's the reason I've done this is like not to sell and make a profit or anything. I'm not by any means a comic collector. I'm just a comic book fan, action figure fan, MCU fan, just like many of you. So I think if you're going to do this, then it's worth doing. The turnaround wasn't bad. It only took 6 weeks to get them back. Let me know in the comments what you think, but I think I would do this again. And it's nice to, it definitely works out cheaper. I've looked up the prices of the comics. If I was to buy them, go buy these at 9.8s at least, it's going to cost me maybe more than double than what it actually cost me to do it myself. So it's definitely worth doing. So yeah, really cool. Until my next video, which will be action figures, this was just a little bit of an experiment. Hopefully something cool for you guys to see as well. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know in the comments if any of you've done this, had any good experiences, bad experiences. But until next time, guys, good luck searching for that toy gold.